What's something that's romantic in movies but a nightmare in real life? I was on a flight when a guy sitting next to me started talking to me. I was polite, but I wasn't interested. He kept trying to flirt, and I kept trying to ignore him. Then he asked me out. I told him I wasn't interested and that I had a boyfriend. He didn't believe me and said, "If you really have a boyfriend, call him right now and tell him you love him." I was annoyed, but I wanted him to leave me alone, so I called my boyfriend. He didn't answer, so I left a voicemail saying, "Hey, just calling to say I love you." The guy still didn't believe me and said, "Call him again." I was getting angry, but I called my boyfriend again. This time he answered, and I told him I loved him. The guy finally left me alone. A few days later, my boyfriend broke up with me. He said he thought it was weird that I called him twice on a flight just to say I loved him. I explained the situation, but he didn't believe me. He thought I was cheating on him and that I was trying to cover it up. I was heartbroken. Years later, I was on a date with a new guy. We were talking about crazy things that happened on flights, and I told him this story. He looked at me and said, "Wait, that was you?" Turns out he was the guy on the flight. We both laughed about it, and now we're married.